Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Fall Break Podcast. I am your host, Mason Fall. Today, we are here joined with a wonderful guest on the show today. I am blessed to bring you Richard Fish. How are you today, Richard?
I'm pretty good. How are yourself?
I'm doing all right. And we are also here. We are back with our lovely co-host on the show today. We are here with Damien Young, back again. How are you today, Damien?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to know that you're back. People haven't really asked. But I think it's great you're back. It's not the same without a co-host. So I'm glad to have you, Damien.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, you have to talk into the microphone.
I'm glad to be back.
Great. All right. So first things first. 2023, new year. It is January 4th right now, and it's just it just felt like time flies.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Definitely.
since elementary school we've been told we are the class of 2023, and it's just rolled around. So all three of us are seniors. It's just crazy how time flies.
It really is.
But do you have any plans coming soon? Just anytime soon?
Not really. I'm just looking into jobs right now. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna be a firefighter
Oh yeah,
once I'm out of school. So,
yeah. So what brought you to that?
really, it was just an idea that popped up because I really like to help people, and I'd like to make that a living. And you get paid pretty good, and the hours are
Yeah,
pretty nice. So,
I've heard like if they're not like on duty, like they can just chill at the fire station and do whatever they want, right?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure about that, but
But like,
I'm about to find out.
but yeah, being a firefighter, I mean, that's pretty cool. Damien, you told me that you were going to go to college in Arizona. Is that right?
Yes, that is very correct.
I'm not going to college. I have an uncle that lives in Arizona, though.
That's cool. The way you said that, that is very correct.
I
I
mean,
am Robot Damien, my co-host.
okay.
I bought
Hey,
him
Bob
online.
Pope.
Damien, are you nervous?
No, not really.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Well, okay, the thing is about the college in Arizona is that I'll need.
Which college is it?
It's somewhere in Phoenix.
Do you
That's
not?
where my uncle
You don't
lives.
even know what it's called?
Nope.
Then why are you going?
Because I feel like it.
Well, if you feel like it, you should know what the college is called. You might just go to a random building and get a diploma with your name and a smiley face on it.
I mean, you do you, I guess.
I mean, if it's a college, if it's official, then sure. But if you don't even know if it's real, well, what got you to decide to go to college, Damien? What are you gonna do?
Well, anything that involves sort of engineering or construction because I do wish to build things and create new things.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. But you don't know what the college is called.
Exactly.
Well, then why are you?
I
We're
don't.
not gonna torture him on the name, but yeah, I plan on going to Iowa Central Community College up in Fort Dodge. Uh, I found that they have classes for broadcasting, so you can do radio and stuff, and they also have podcast rooms up there.
Bruh,
So
I'm waiting for the day that Mason becomes a radio
right,
person.
right. Um, but yeah, definitely. I'll let you know if I get accepted into be the actual radio host, because you can do late night ones. They taught me how to do all that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, but right now we're gonna move into our how we met section. I don't think you two have met at all. Like
I
you,
mean, maybe. I'm
like
not
you,
entirely
you two
sure.
went to the same school,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Richard,
I've seen you around. I knew your name.
Yeah.
did we go to the same?
We went to elementary.
Yeah, we went to Paul
Paul
Norton.
Norton. We didn't really know each other though.
No, we acknowledged each other, but we
Yeah.
never really like had a connection.
Yeah.
But we never really did in the first place.
Yeah. I think that started picking up in middle school when we started becoming friends.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that too. Oh my gosh, I remember. Do you remember Miss Jackson from Paul Norton, our student counselor?
Oh my gosh.
There.
Yes, bro.
So a little side note. When me and Richard were in school, we used to be hooked on Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, and
Yeah.
what happened was I used to write down some kinds of like my own little stories about Five Nights at Freddy's, and then Miss Jackson found him, pulled me into her office with Richard in there, and she just explained to us how we shouldn't like be into Five Nights at Freddy's.
Bro, I don't even remember that, but I wouldn't put it past you.
It was the most cringiest conversation because she told you to stop watching Jacksepticeye.
Bro, I love
I
Jacksepticeye,
know,
bro.
and when I was in middle school, I used to have beef with people who liked him, but I realized I can like all sorts of YouTubers, so I'm definitely a big fan of Jacksepticeye.
Hmm.
Definitely a big fan of him. But yeah, that was like the only memory I have of me and you in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, Paul Norton, I remember it like it was like yesterday.
Oh
It
no.
was crazy. I remember the same lunchroom, same classrooms.
Bro, remember when we found like plastic stuff in the pizza? Bro,
Yes.
and then also the Trix yogurt, bro. That's
Oh my god.
so good.
I know. It was the most. If you can picture the most stereotypical types of student cafeteria lunch food,
Yeah,
it's
that was
exactly
it.
what it was.
That was it.
Do you remember the square pizzas?
Oh my
It
dude.
was the most blandest pizza you could eat.
Dude, it was so funny.
It tasted like it was cardboard. It was
It
cardboard
was,
that
yeah,
it was
literally
frozen
cardboard
cardboard they had in a freezer for over 10 years and they stuffed it in there.
with a little sprinkle of plastic on top.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they cooked it with the plastic wrap still on
I
it.
know, like there's like I'd find like my fork, like you know the wrapping you get on like
Yeah.
plastic silverware.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd find that in like my pizza. I'm
Dude,
like,
and then
bro,
like
what is
you had to
this?
pull it out of your teeth and stuff.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
so
Yeah.
bad.
it was so disgusting, but the chocolate milk hit different. I will say
Definitely.
that. But sometimes it'll be the chocolate milk they left in the freezer
For
and
like
so they
over a
brought it
month.
Oh,
out
and then it's like
and
the
then like
top
it's
layer's
yeah,
frozen.
and then it's ice inside
It's
and then
almost
like
like a milk slushy. It's kind of funny.
Oh no.
yeah.
That actually happened to me. That happened to me once at my elementary school. Like
Yeah.
I was that unlucky whenever I went to elementary school. I would always get the bad end of the stick.
Yeah, it was not a fun time. I remember they did like one day of strawberry milk and like
Every year.
it was gone immediately.
Bro, I don't even like strawberry milk to be honest.
Really?
Everybody was all over. I'm like, bro, it's not even that good.
It but like to me it's not because it tastes different, it's because it is different. Like I'm sick of just white and chocolate milk every day, so I just got lucky enough to get a strawberry milk.
Yeah.
But definitely shout out to Paul Norton Elementary School.
Oh god.
I want to know if who's the principal? Do you remember her name?
Not even close.
I don't.
All I remember is Miss Jackson,
I
bro.
remember Miss Jackson.
And Miss Pickett. Miss Pickett was my favorite teacher on the whole planet.
Oh yeah. If I remember my entire elementary school pre-K to now teachers.
Were you in Miss Pickett's class,
I
5th grade with me?
I don't think I was.
Oh,
I had which grade was that?
5th, I'm pretty sure.
I had Mr. Graham.
Dang.
It
I
was
remember this kid. He like stapled his finger. I was like,
oh
bro, what the heck?
oh that's
It's
disgusting.
like, how do you even do that?
I know. Do you remember like it was like towards after school and then like middle schoolers started showing up and started like talking to the teachers and stuff?
Kinda, yeah.
I remember I pulled up. I was in middle school and I had my bike and I rode all the way to Paul Norton because I was going to my grandparents' house and I thought I'd stop by. Class wasn't over. Class wasn't over and I went to Mr. Graham's window and he looked at me and he said, "Get out!" I was like, "Okay." I rode my bike to my grandparents' house. It was it was definitely something. Um, but yeah, Paul Norton definitely made a lot of memories there. That's where most of our guests on the show go to Paul Norton.
Paul Norton is life.
I know Paul Norton.
Best school.
I know, definitely best school. Hey, Damien, where did you go to school? Elementary.
Neil Armstrong Elementary.
And who was your favorite teacher?
Oh dear, there were so many. In my opinion, I'd have to say Mrs. Fry.
Mrs. Fry.
Mrs. Fry.
Is
remember,
is she married to Mr. Fry?
Yeah, from the middle
Yes.
school. Is she actually? Dude,
Miss-
that was my favorite teacher.
Dude,
Possibly.
Mr.
Fry.
Mr. Fry. If he's watching this, I'm sorry, but I like you could tell he was a little shy. Like he was a little
Yeah,
antisocial.
he was a little laid back though.
I
Like,
know.
Once I like put the F word on the board, he was like, "Really?" And then that was it. It was kind of funny. But
I know. He used to sell snacks too. Like when we were doing reading time and stuff, he would have the Propel water
Mm,
and the Gardettos and Cheez-Its.
Um,
And it was $1 each.
what was the dude's name that looked like a garden gnome? Mr. Bergman.
Mr. Berg.
Bro, that
What
dude
if he's
was-
watching this right now?
Bro, Mr. Bergman. No
Um,
disrespect, but you look like a garden gnome.
But no, dude, Mr. Bergman
Yeah, I know. I love Mr. Bergman.
didn't
though.
he kick didn't he kick a hole in the wall?
Dude, I don't know.
It was
See, I was in that class with Gage Anderson, and
oh my gosh, I remember Gage.
bro, we were like best friends then.
What
and
happened to
We
Gage?
was, oh, he just moved schools.
Damn. Oh man, I kind of remember Gage. He was really cool. But I think like a girl made Mr. Bergman mad, like super mad that he walked out of the classroom. Do you know the doors that lead to the gym?
Kind of,
Like the
yeah.
glass entryway with
A
the
little,
doors?
yeah.
He kicked a hole in the glass.
Bro, what?
He kicked a hole in the glass so bad that it shattered like a little hole, and every day I would walk past it thinking what happened, and then someone eventually told me. It was crazy. I remember we used lockers back then too. It's crazy how we don't even need lockers anymore.
I know. I honestly hated lockers.
I know.
Carrying my backpack with me is so much better.
I know, and it's because of COVID and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But like now people are able to do it again, but they choose not to.
Yeah.
They're just there now.
People realize it's more convenient that way.
Right, like it's more convenient to leave the school instead of walking to your locker.
By the way, just a side note, I took my medicine today, so I'm gonna be a little boring, not as energetic. But
dude,
next time I won't take my medicine. See how it goes.
dude, I think well, I take medicine too, so
Yeah.
if I didn't, I would be like super hyper about this.
I'm the same way, dude.
But yeah, it's it's different. But yeah, you're fine. You're chill. But moving away from this, right now we are actually I think a few subscribers away from 150.
Oh boy.
Like it's close. It's getting close.
If you
So
don't just subscribe, I'm gonna find where you live.
right.
But
Just-
like in GTA, obviously.
But at my family's family reunion, I actually got a few family members to get me up to 140, and all of a sudden, like 5 people in my class just started to subscribe. So
That's cool.
it's really cool. But yeah, moving away from that, I actually have a topic for us today. So you know The Walking Dead, right? Like all the apocalyptic like fictional stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to put you in the situation. I want you to tell me from start to finish what would have happened. So, like, you woke up, you're in your house, like people are screaming outside. You look out and you read the news. A virus breaks out. Zombies exist. What is the very few first few things you grab when you're in your house?
Gun, shotgun specifically.
You have a shotgun.
Yeah, I have a 20 gauge semi-automatic in my closet.
Mm-hmm. It's always about protection. Definitely, it's right to have a gun on you
Yeah.
because it's that type of situation.
And my dad golfs, so obviously get some golf clubs.
Yeah,
We got
I
a
mean,
few bats,
Don't waste a bullet if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Damien, what would you grab? He doesn't even. I don't think you even have a gun in your house. You have a pellet gun.
Yes, I grabbed that along with all 3 katanas, the
Good choice.
bag of baseball bats I have in the basement, along with the golf club bag.
He has.
Katana would be nice. Oh, I have a buck knife I'd probably grab.
Yeah, my dad has a few guns in his closet, so definitely.
Safe.
Yeah. So after you grab your gun and food and water, is there anyone in your house you would take? Like everyone with you? Like what would happen? Like who is in your house that you would take? Like to run?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah, we got a Buick, so it'll fit like 8 people. So
Yeah.
I'm taking everybody I can. The
Yep.
dog, the cat.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Do you think since like there's so many like zombie movies and TV shows and stuff that people would like already know how to take care of themselves? Like
You'd be surprised.
right,
man.
like let's say there's one zombie in the world and then like there's like one normal dude in the street who watched The Walking Dead. You know dang well he would know what to do.
Yeah, but if there's someone that's like hasn't,
Yeah.
then
Right,
they're
like-
just screwed. It's gonna end up exactly
Some
like the movies.
librarian named Judy just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do.
Oh, God,
gosh! I can't run because I'm suspenseful or something.
She's just like,
Sir, why,
Sir, Social distance.
Sir, please keep quiet in the library.
The guy's just like, oh.
Shh.
Shh. And then he's like, and then, like, just whisper groans on the way to her. Thank you. And then just like, sorry, my first time. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the apocalypse. Like, I think eventually, we're gonna get to the point on Earth where people are gonna run out of resources,
Oh, definitely.
and then they're just gonna go crazy and then just fight over people. You know?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know how to like use survival skills. So
Right.
there's a lot of people off the bat
I know.
that would just die.
And it's crazy because if you think about it, like there are so many people in the world,
Yeah, I think there's like 8 billion now.
dude. Like it's insane. Like we do not have enough space,
Yeah, no.
and like it would just be really inhumane to just kill off a bunch of people like that.
That's why we have Mars.
That's not. No, we're not there yet.
Send the infected to Mars.
Send in Elon. He'll know what to do. Elon, you know dang well Elon would probably just have a private spaceship for him and his family to leave.
He's like, yeah,
He-
I'm gonna head out.
He already has a family. Like he already has a place
He's already
on Mars.
probably prepared for this, to be honest.
Mans has a casino on Mars. Mans has Facebook on Mars.
Facebook on Mars.
Yeah, it's called Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and a bunch of celebrities just living on Mars, leaving us, just watching us from a distance, just the Earth exploding.
He just like has a gigantic telescope just to watch
Yeah,
everyone.
just to spy on a few people. That's why they have Google Maps, just to watch the Google Maps live. Could you imagine?
Imagine.
Could you imagine Google Maps live, just watching people walk across the street?
And they wouldn't even know.
And well, I have another few topics I want to bring up, but like, if you think about it, if we think of Google Maps live, and if like we had that ever since like the year 2000, do you know how many people have gone from walking normally along sidewalks to just never using the sidewalk again? It's crazy.
I mean, we probably do have that sort of option, but it's not released to the public.
I know, but like ever since technology has gotten like so advanced, like now you have iPhones and new gaming consoles and PlayStations and like PCs and stuff. There are so many like online inventions now that you do not need to walk in.
I know.
Like
it's
it
crazy.
like I saw a video. Some guy bought a car from China for $2,000. It was a very small truck, but it was only $2,000. You know how easy it is to make $2,000 if you just work at someplace like McDonald's?
Yeah, but
Like,
that's
right. Like, but then again, like you have gas prices and stuff, but that'll probably drop eventually.
yeah, dude. They're actually getting pretty low now.
Yeah.
There's a quick start next to my house, like
Right.
2.9.
And well, you don't work at Hy-Vee anymore, do you?
Well, I mean, I still work there, but I'm trying to quit so I
right.
can go to like Quick Star.
Right. But I work at Hy-Vee, and so we have the fuel saver points. So
Yeah.
we lower the price of our gas, and it's crazy. But just to think of like sidewalks, like just being there. Like if you don't have a car, then you use the sidewalk.
Yeah, unless people are like taking a jog or walking their dog.
Right. But
Bars.
but so many people used to just walk everywhere that you didn't need a car. But then again, like the car was invented like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, it's just, it's crazy how sidewalks will just be there and like people just,
Yeah, you
Just-
never see
yeah.
people on them.
I know. And like teenagers nowadays, they don't have to do anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like now you have like TikTok and YouTube and you have all this other sources of entertainment that you don't even need to do anything. Like you just stay home. And in high school was the spot to find friends.
Oh yeah.
Like you could just find some random dude and you could be his best friend for like the rest of your life. But now people are getting so socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard to make friends. So you just got to be lucky, I guess. Moving away from this, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, the
I don't even
apocalypse.
Oh yeah,
Step
the
closer
apocalypse.
to Wally
But-
every day.
What?
What did you just say?
We step closer to Wall-E every day.
Oh yeah, Wally. Remember
Oh, dude,
the
that's
movie?
such a good movie. I have it on DVD.
Oh my god,
That was such a good movie.
bro. Me at like 8 years old, chilling in my bed. My mom pulls out the DVDs. Like,
Bro, Wally used to freak me out when I was young. I don't even know why.
I
I
know,
understand that.
but
When
like,
the when
but
the white egg robot thingy, when it
Eve,
like
Eva.
screamed Wally, bro, that stuff
I know,
had me freaked out, bro.
but like that's the thing. Like, we are getting to that point of like population. Like,
Yeah,
like when you think about it, um, I don't remember what the company was, but in Wally, there was a
Ego.
company
the
that,
spaceship with the fat people.
yeah, like they owned everything. They owned the gas
Mm-hmm.
stations. They owned the restaurants. They owned the televisions. They owned everything. That's like if Amazon bought Apple, Microsoft, and Meta.
Yeah.
Like, could
Hmm.
you imagine how big they would be? If you combine, I'm pretty sure I saw this once, but if you combined every single billionaire on Earth and put them on an island, that would be the like one of the top 15 highest grossing countries in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just one island with a bunch of billionaires on it. The
Mm-hmm.
highest grossing country in the world. It's crazy. And just to think like Wally is definitely going to happen and people are going to be launched into
Yeah,
space
probably.
because like the Earth is going to die eventually.
Definitely, bro. We messing up with too much stuff.
It's
Humans
crazy.
don't know how to put stuff down and
It's
just
it's crazy. Richard, how long do you think it's been?
for what?
This whole this whole podcast so far.
Dude, I don't know. It doesn't feel like that long.
It's been 20 minutes.
It's been 20 minutes already.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Dude, when I do podcasts, time flies so fast.
Dude, it felt like it's been like at least like 10 or 5 minutes,
I
bro.
know, I know. But yeah, moving on from the apocalypse. Well, let's do one more apocalypse question. So, Negan from The Walking Dead. Like he went from
Yeah.
like a normal civilian to like the bad guy.
Hmm.
Do you think you would be that type of person who would switch from like your normal mindset to like a bad mindset to like an evil guy?
Unfortunately, I think I would, to be honest.
I know. Me
And
too.
it probably happened like subconsciously, like you don't even realize it.
Mhm.
But then, boom, you're just a bad dude because
Mhm.
you're just trying to survive.
Right. And you don't know what like your mind will lead you to do.
But Negan he was just evil, to be honest.
I know. He cheated on his wife and he just started a whole revelation and like just
He was mean on purpose. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I don't feel like I'd be that way. It'd be like more of an accident. Like I wouldn't even realize.
Mhm.
In a way, that's kind of like how a lot of people would become now that I think about it, because the way the world is and how almost every person is, we pretend the care for others, but deep down we're all selfish and very rude. But we try to make up for those by helping,
Mhm.
Mhm.
even though we also hurt others at times.
Follow up. Where's the first place you go?
An
Gas
island.
station.
An island? I'm going to the gun store.
Well, yeah, but like
Yeah, no, an island would be nice
but
though.
that's the plan. Like if like there's a few islands off the coast of New York where like people just had like people have mansions out there and stuff. If you had a bunch of people out there, zombies can't swim.
Yeah, but you gotta have a quick
Yeah.
escape because that's where people fall at. Is
Well,
they
like-
think, oh, we're untouchable,
Oh
we're
yeah,
untouchable, and then all of a sudden somebody gets infected and they're all screwed
right.
'cause they don't know what to do.
There was a movie. It was like The Quiet Place or something.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say in
Yeah.
Quiet Place. I think the second one.
Yep.
One of them got onto the island and they're all like,
Yeah.
bro, what's going on? So then they all like died. I don't even remember, but
I think they just left us with a cliffhanger after that.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Well, she found out how to kill him
In the
Yeah.
first one.
in the
kind
first
of,
one.
yeah.
So she killed them, but then like they left us with a cliffhanger. Like
And they did the same thing in the second.
yeah, it was crazy.
Is there
like,
gonna be a third one?
yeah.
I'm so excited for
If
that.
there's
I
not,
low-key wanna see
if there's
that.
not, if they cancel that, I'm gonna be upset. Like that's just that. Like you can't like leave us at that.
I know, bro.
It's crazy.
Although it's surprising to me that the director of A Quiet Place knew one of the teachers of the high school, and he ended up giving him a poster of an autograph.
Really?
One of our teachers.
Yeah.
Which
Mr.
one?
Whelming.
Oh,
Wow.
that's right.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't. Yeah, I think the director was like knew him somehow.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, it's crazy when you like find out like one of your friends or someone you know just knows someone that's like big
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna miss Mr. Wilming because do either of you know it's his last year of teaching?
It is. I didn't know that.
I never had a class with him.
What does he teach?
He teaches mainly different types of writing.
Oh, I don't think I
Oh,
ever
is he
had
your
him.
fictional writing teacher?
Yep.
Damien has an A in fictional writing.
I could never, bro. I'm so bad at writing and
I know.
thinking.
I mean,
Like if I think of fiction, I just think of like Star Wars.
Yes. Like
I'm
you
just gonna
think
write about Star
when you
Wars.
think of fiction, you just think of science fiction.
But like you have to have such a creative mind just to think of fiction stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
the thing is, I don't think I have a creative mind. Then I write something and
Damien, I have seen the paperwork, and I have seen stacks of paper after stacks of paper after stacks of paper of fictional writing that you do. You
yeah,
think you don't have a creative mind?
I really don't.
I think
Like,
you don't give yourself enough credit for the things you're good at.
true.
I
A
think
lot of people do that though,
yeah,
especially these days, social
especially these
standards and
days.
stuff.
Oh yeah. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So moving on. So there's a So today, do you know who Jeremy Renner is? He's the guy who
Hmm.
plays Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, doesn't he? Didn't he get what happened? I forgot.
He So what happened was he was snow plowing a driveway.
Oh yeah, and he got like a chest injury or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but apparently a 7-ton snowplow ended up underneath him, and he went to the hospital.
Bro, what?
So I don't know fully into it, but he got ran over by a snowplow,
And he's definitely not stable.
and I don't know how it happened. It's 7 tons. I don't. It's not
Who
7 tons.
knows? Who knows, bro?
If it's seven, wow. Okay. It's wow. But Jeremy Renner, well, he had a few arguments with Marvel. He wanted his own TV shows from the start. He got one. Then he wanted more money. He got it. And now they're not even going to consider hiring him for another Marvel movie. It's it's
Money
crazy.
makes people selfish.
I know. And like I know if I had money, well, I don't know, but if I had money, I know dang well I would be too scared to use it.
Dude, if I had like a lot of money, people are like, well, if I had this much money, I'd get this huge mansion, blah blah blah. If I had a lot of money, I'd get like just a decent house that you can live in, sustainable. Get a few of my favorite cars, and
Yeah.
then spend money on people because I like to help people a lot, and I'm a very like sympathetic, empathetic person.
Right.
So I like the Mr. Beast.
Right.
That's who
Right.
I would.
That's what
That's
I was
who
going
I
to
would want to
say.
be.
Like he just knows how to use his money efficiently and he
Yeah,
doesn't just blow it all on himself.
yeah. Because most rich people end up unhappy
Mhm.
And corrupted.
because they always want more because they're always spending on themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like if you want to be happy, you gotta spend your money on other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Just if you had that much power just from your bank account, like you could get away with so much.
Mhm.
And so now you're just super unhappy that you're rich. Like you don't even want it. You don't even want it anymore.
That's the
Mhm.
thing, actually. A lot of rich people, whenever they like get in trouble with the law, from what I've heard, they're able to pay out, like they get out of the problem.
Well, they can afford a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
Better call Saul.
I'm not gonna.
So. Murder.
You better call Saul.
Soul just like walks in. Do you know you have rights?
No.
You know you have rights.
Do you know what country you're in, boy? But Jeremy Renner got run over by a snowmobile.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was his name? Ken or Kent?
And what?
The guy that died recently in a snowmobile accident. He was like a professional drift racer or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
Kyle.
Oh god,
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah, Kyle. No, not Kyle.
It
Kyle.
was Ken, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but
Honestly, look it up.
do you remember Kyle Hammy?
What?
Kyle, the guy we were talking about.
Oh, Kyle Hammis.
Yeah. Well, he posted on his story about what happened, and
Oh yeah, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's all about snowboarding.
yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
it was No, Dude was a professional drift racer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
But yeah, um, R.I.P.
I mean, at least he lived past like 40. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
like 55 or something like that.
at least he didn't.
What?
If only it turned out the way for. If only turned out. If only.
They should just stop. If it's bad, don't say it, man.
If
Don't
if
get
only.
canceled.
If only he had the same situation as Jeremy Redder. If only he did.
If
If
only.
only he had a contract with Marvel. Maybe then he would. He would have made it. But
Dang it,
yeah.
Marvel. You can't
Yeah.
get away with this.
We are 30 minutes in already. It's
Jeez.
crazy. Yeah. So a few more topics we want to go over before we cut it off. So I want to know from you, do you have an interesting fact that no one knows or is like barely known?
Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know that I'm adopted or have ADHD, which is kind of whack. Because I feel like I tell everybody.
It is crazy cuz well like it's not like you put it out there
Yeah,
like no one like bluntly says, "Yo, I'm adopted. What's up?" But
yeah.
yeah. It's
It's just a side fact.
Yeah.
I sometimes throw around.
But yeah, like who cares, you know?
Yeah.
But like that's how your life went. So that's how it is.
I'm blessed though.
Yeah.
I'm happy I'm adopted because I would have been with some really bad people.
Oh,
I mean, my siblings though, they're chill. But people that adopted me, I'm so grateful for because like they're strict. They care about me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean sometimes it's annoying, obviously, because I'm a teenager. You know.
Right.
but
But yeah,
but yeah, I'm extremely blessed to have them.
yeah. I know like I'm not adopted, but I
Mhm.
know that if I were to be adopted, I wouldn't. It would just be the same.
Yeah. No, my family actually, they sometimes forget I'm adopted. You know, because
Yeah.
they just see me as their son. They don't see me as some kid they
Well,
adopted.
like yeah, like they shouldn't see you as something they got. They should see you
Yeah.
as someone who is important.
I make jokes about me being adopted all the time though. It always makes people uncomfortable, but I find it so funny.
But yeah,
Like, bro, this podcast rig costs more than my adoption fees. Like, I'll make a joke like
bro,
that, and then
that's messed
and then,
up.
but I
Okay.
find it so funny.
That is wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
I'm gonna need to cut this.
You
I'm gonna
you can
cut
chill
it.
out,
Cut it.
man.
Cut it.
Got it.
Cut. Okay. I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, who cares if you're adopted, man?
Yeah.
But yeah, a few more questions before we bust out of here because it didn't even feel that long.
I know, dude. It feels like it's been only like 10 minutes.
I know.
Yeah.
But I want to know from you: is there someone that you want on here? Celebrity, someone from school, anyone that you would love to see on this podcast?
Mm, I don't have anybody in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean,
Ask around, find
Mhm.
people to come on here.
yep. There's a lot of people that have been asking me to be on it, or have been asking like themselves to be on this podcast, and it's great.
Do you ask everybody that question?
No, this is the first time I've asked.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you should do what you like.
Yeah.
Interview who you want to interview, not what other people want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because so many people have been saying, if I'm really committed to doing this, then just keep doing it. And it's nice, but like there's gonna be issues in college because I'm not gonna know anyone there.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one decides to go to Iowa Central Community College, and that's all. That's like a 3-hour drive from here,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm grateful for all the guests who have been on it so far, and I'm glad that the channel's been growing ever since. Ever since me and Damien did the first episode together with Caleb.
Yep.
So, it's just been grateful. So
Mhm.
we're glad to have you on here.
I'm
by
glad
the
to
way.
be here.
You are actually you are the first episode that has double digits, and you are the first episode in 2023.
Heck
and,
yeah.
And it's like I think this is the first. No, I was gonna say it was the first solo one, but Damien's here, so. But yeah, we're grateful to have you. I know you. I've known you ever since elementary school. You've always been
Mhm.
that funny guy, and
The class clown.
yeah, you've always been that guy who makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember doing the King Julian voice?
Oh yeah, dude.
Mr. Fern's class? Do you think he can do it again?
Bruh, hold up. I have to think of something to say.
That
Mort.
was you that did
King
that?
Julian! Mort, shut up.
Or,
King Julian, show me your nose. No, Mort,
no,
shut
Mort.
up.
No more to do my taxes.
No, Mort, pay my mortgages.
No, Mort, I don't even have feet.
Okay. It's
Mort, I've broken my legs. I cannot
That-
move it
it would-
anymore.
you.
Nice.
It's funny because you are one of the very first few people who made me burst out laughing in public because I just couldn't contain how funny it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you've always been a great friend. I've never seen you get upset, or
Mhm.
you've always seemed like that positive guy.
Yeah, usually I'm a people pleaser, so
Right.
I try to make people laugh.
Right. Like
and
you
stuff.
you are the guy who like everyone can go to for support and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just great to know that there are still people out there like that. And
Yeah,
so
dude, I love helping people.
like we are so grateful to have you on here. Like it's insane
It's great to be on here.
because when I first started doing this, I started thinking, wow, I'm going to start asking around the school. And so one of the very first few people was you.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't come on sooner.
Oh,
but
dude, it's fine.
I'd like to come on again sometime.
Yeah, man, we would love to have you. But all I know is that it's really nice knowing that you're here because it's great to have you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. And I'm not saying like I know this is like a little more personal thing, but like all the other people that were on here, I am so grateful for them too.
Yeah.
Because like they've always been like some part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to have to talk to them like this.
I keep imagining, like, Mason just, like, runs through the halls and finds a random person and is just like, hey, wanna be on
Hey,
my
be on my
podcast?
podcast.
Ever heard of the Fall Break podcast?
Get on my podcast.
Hey you.
I'm actually at gunpoint right now. Imagine.
Look up Fall Break podcast right now.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Or so help me.
Or so help me God. I will strike you down. But it's already been 37 minutes.
Dude, it flies.
It felt like 15
flies.
minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes
I
at
know.
least.
At tops.
At tops, bro.
For me, it actually felt like 10. Mainly because I haven't talked that much. But that's fine.
Yeah, you've been kind of quiet over there. Most of the questions were pointing towards me, though. To
Right.
Be honest, but
Well,
I'm fine with that, though.
Damien, yeah. We're gonna talk more after this.
Got it.
Okay. But is there anyone you want to shout out on the podcast? Literally anyone, your family, your
okay.
friends.
So real quick, Josh Carlson, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's climbing. He started a couple months ago. He's climbing fast. He's at like almost 16,000.
Right.
He uploads pretty good content.
Pretty daily, yeah. Like,
Yeah, and he does
constantly.
like daily. He'll live stream on YouTube and then post his video. He does like racing stuff, which is iRacing, which is actually kind of a fun game.
Pretty cool. But yeah. Anyone else?
I mean, not that I can think of, to be honest.
Okay. Well, Josh, you've heard it here. Richard Fish shouted you out, so
Mhm.
you better reach out to me. Damien, anyone you want to shout out before we leave?
No, I can't think of anyone right now.
All right. So, I guess shout out to everyone at Bettendorf High School, 2023 seniors. We're already almost there. Hopefully, I can see you in the future. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my dogs. Shout out to everyone that's been on the podcast so far, and shout out to everyone who wants to be on the podcast so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is gonna wrap it up, guys. Do you want to plug any social media or?
No, I'm good.
All right, Damien.
I just thought of a good shout out, actually.
What?
Everyone's elementary school teachers and
Mhm.
principals.
Oh yeah, especially since there was like a shortage
Yeah.
in Bettendorf Middle School.
Shout out Miss Jackson.
Shout out Miss Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
She's still kicking.
A lot of
She
the
actually.
teachers-
I think she
dude,
is.
She looked so old,
I
bro.
know, but hopefully she's not watching this. But
Yeah.
yeah. But again,
She's like in her bed, just like.
okay, no. But
I'm trying to be funny.
again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. This has been the Fall Break Podcast, episode 10. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, get the word out to everyone you can. It's really supporting us. We are just grateful to have you guys. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.